Today I learned I'm actually my dad's ex-wife's son, and he raised me after she dumped me. So, I guess I'll start by saying this is going to sound insane, but it's 100% real, and I'm still processing it. I'm 16M, and up until last weekend, I thought I had a pretty normal life. My dad, 40M, raised me on his own after my mom left when I was just a baby. I've always admired him for stepping up and being both parents to me. He never talked much about my mom, and I assumed it was because it was painful for him. Well, last weekend, we were cleaning out the garage when I found this old photo album buried under some boxes. I started flipping through it and saw pictures of my dad with a woman who looked a lot like me. Same eyes, same smile. I assumed it was my mom and asked him if it was. He froze for a second, then sat me down and said, "We need to talk." Turns out, the woman in the photo wasn't just my mom. She was his ex-wife. And here's the kicker, I'm not biologically his son. My mom had an affair while they were married, got pregnant with me, and when I was born, she decided she didn't want the responsibility of raising me. She left both of us, my dad and me. My dad said he couldn't bear to see me end up in foster care, so he stepped up and decided to raise me as his own. He divorced her shortly after, but he kept me because, in his words, "You were already my son in my heart." He said he planned to tell me when I was older, but I guess the photo album forced his hand. I don't even know how to describe how I felt in that moment. Part of me was devastated. I mean, my whole identity feels like it's been flipped upside down. But another part of me is just in awe. My dad isn't even my biological father, but he chose to raise me, love me, and give me a life I wouldn't have had otherwise. I asked him if he hated my mom for what she did, and he said, "I did for a while, but then I realized you were the best thing that came out of that marriage. I wouldn't change a thing." Now I'm just trying to process everything. I have so many questions, about my mom, about who my biological dad is, if he even knows I exist, and about what this means for me. But one thing's for sure, my dad will always be my dad, no matter what.